Well, howdy everybody, and welcome to a little video tutorial for how to install Infinity Blade 2 onto, in this case, my Steam Deck or PC. I don't know about Mac, but Linux and PC, this is a pretty easy way to do it, okay? First thing you're going to do is just go to whatever browser you want, and you're going to find the file. It'll be this page here up top, but what I do is I just search out Infinity Blade Reddit, and then you go to their main page, and then you click on this one that says Infinity Blade 2 has been ported to PC. And from there we'll go to download, which is on or it's just on archive.org. And I'm going to be putting links to these as well in the description, so you don't really need to search much. It's pretty straightforward. And it has a little installation guide here. I mean, yeah, it's basically this easy. But we're going to go over some controls and stuff as well, to kind of optimize it and make it a little more streamlined. So you'll click download, and then it'll bring you to Internet Archive, and you go to show all files, and you're going to click on Infinity Blade 2 version 1.0.3 .7 zip. Then once you do that, it'll download as a zip file. Open it, and you will extract all the files. Sure, we'll extract them at the same spot. Alright, now this might take just a second because it's like a gigabyte worth of files, 2 gigs right there, yeah. Not really a big deal. It doesn't take all too long. So as we wait for that, we'll just wait, honestly. What we're going to do after that is we're going to go into Steam. In my case, at least. Oh, and you know what, while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and say this. Music that we're listening to here is part of a soundtrack, and we'll see it when I open it up. It's from something called Stone Story RPG. But let's go ahead and minimize this. Okay. So what you're gonna do, this is Infinity Blade 2 for me, but we gotta get to that, where you can actually make it a game. You don't have to do that, but I prefer it. Okay. So you're going to click on Games, add a non-Steam game to my library, and you're going to go to Browse, and in this case it was in Downloads, wherever I keep my downloads. Oh boy. There it is. And you'll go into Infinity Blade, the actual file. I have 2 of them, unfortunately. Did it extract? Yes, it did. Alright, so you'll go into Infinity Blade 2, version 1.0.3, and into the binaries folder, and you'll find this Infinity Blade Launcher.exe. Double click that, and just add selected programs. Now we have Infinity Blade Launcher.exe. For this next part, if you are on Steam Deck, this is what you need to do. If you are on PC, you can just click play. Okay? So for Steam Deck, we'll go to Properties, Steam Deck or Linux, go to Compatibility, force the use of a specific Steam Play compatibility tool, and I always put it on Proton Experimental. And then you close that, and now PC and Steam Deck are on the same point. Click play. It'll take a second to load. As always, as things always do. I'll go ahead and close this down while we wait. That's fine. Sorry, I'm just kind of vibing to this music. I don't know about you guys, but man, it's actually pretty good. There we go, it has opened. Alright, so if you hit play, it'll just boot up the game. But I'm gonna say the first thing that I would do is click on Options. Okay. I turn on VSync. I don't really think that one matters too much. But you have a few graphics options. Don't disable dynamic shadows or God rays. One of these two gives you a bit of an odd screen effect. It gives you like a fake glare sometimes. So don't mess with those, is what I would typically say. Controls are fully customizable in this game, even down to the combat. I would fully rebind this however you want. For Steam Deck, I have it set up so that, you know, slashing up, down, left, and right is on the D-pad, and then the diagonals are on the face buttons. Then dodging left or right are L1, R1, etc. And I use the back buttons. So that's up to you how you want to do it. If I can figure a way to export my controls, I'll export my control list and give an explanation, but I don't know if I can. Let's go ahead and optional features. Show hit flash. Honestly, I didn't remember how much this game flashed. I would shut this off. It just helps your eyes not die, you know? Menu flash, I don't really care about that one. And victory flash are fine. It's a lot less common. I like always show fast forward on. The big thing about that one though, I've noticed a couple times, and it's only happened to me twice, so literally a couple times, where the game will not quite function properly, and all of a sudden the fight will break. And if the fight breaks, you just have to quit and reload the game. Let's see. As I get a little bit further into this, I'm thinking faster mastery animations is a good thing to turn on. And then these two don't really matter. You can change your language, shut off subtitles. Hopefully I wouldn't. And then you can turn on a console button, so you can turn on like console commands and stuff. And that's about all there is to modifying the game. And then all you do is hit play, and every time you want to, you just run it from Infinity Blade Launcher.exe, right? So watch if I hit play. Let me go ahead and pause the music, actually. How about that? Let's hit play, shall we? See what happens. And all of a sudden, you should see. There's the logo. And it's in full screen mode. Oh no, I messed up, guys. Okay, so this is a great example. If you haven't bound your controls, you can still work with it touchscreen-wise and stuff, right? It's fine. But we're going to happen upon some issues. Let's go ahead and fast forward. For one, there's no good way to get out of the game. And for two, you have to actually use the touchscreen on your Steam Deck. So if for some reason you didn't rebind your controls before coming into this, you can still exit the game. Oh, there you go, actually. You just hit start. So it wasn't so bad. Anyway, we're going to quit out. As you can see, you can just drop in, drop out. You quit it and it closes. That's really all there is to it. In my case, in my game, I have added a little backdrop here. And I have changed the name of it and stuff. So if you want to do that, you just let's go fully into my library, shall we? So this is the only game I have favorited. But if you right-click it here, you can go to Manage and, you know, add a custom artwork for this. You can go to your controller layouts. And then if you actually click on the game, you can right-click here to add a logo and a background. See? Stuff like that. Doesn't really matter, any of that. But it makes it look a little nicer in your stuff. Anyway, that's about it. If you have any questions for this, please do feel free to ask, but it is really straightforward. I highly recommend you do it. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to set up, and it is by far probably what I would call the best mobile game ever. And on top of that, it's actually just a fantastic RPG to begin with. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.